welcome back to Review Me Kevin for Let's Talk Whiskey. This week I've got one of the brand new ones you might have seen on Instagram. I've done a wee short of this, so I'm excited to get it open. It's the Bocan Creation 8, the latest in the Bocan Creation series, the 8th in its edition, and it's an absolute cracker. Something completely different, which I love about the Bocan Creation range. So what the Bocan is, it's from Tomatin Distillery, which is a Highland distillery, and this Bocan is their peated range. So it's very lightly peated. It's nothing like your Isla peat. It's completely different. And the Creation series as well is miraculously different in a really good way. So Creation 8, what we have here. This was released last week. There's not many of them around, but there's some amazing facts. The Bocan series, they usually put together two completely different styles of whiskies, two completely different styles of casks. The last one was an absolute belt in Creation 7. I love with that kind of fruit salad box colouring. This one here in Creation 8, you can see it's an absolute standout. If you've seen this on a shelf, you're probably going to go over and have a wee look to see what is going on there. In the bottle itself, it's a stunning bottle. I've always loved the look of the Bocan bottles. I think they're stunning. But enough about that. I've had this in the glass. I want to tell you about the Bocan Creation 8. This is a 2-cask, a 50-50 split of a Verdejo white wine casks and also ice wine Canadian casks. This is the first in its kind. It is the first peated whiskey to use ice wine casks. Something that's not really been done before. The ice wine casks itself are coming from Niagara region in Canada, Niagara-on-the-Lake. It's a huge part of Canada's winemaking region as well. Majority of the wine comes from there. So they've got these ice wine casks, and there's lots of legalities, and it's a very low yield, high risk, low yield to get this style of wine. It's a kind of dessert wine. It's not one that you would sit with your dinner and have. You'd have it after dinner. Very sweet. The cool thing about that is we'll get to the age of what that was in the Verdejo. I need to remember what one was what. I think if we talk about age, the age of the ice wine cask was a finish as well for about 6 years. It was 18 years old. It's had a finish for 6 years. And the lowest age of whiskey that we've got in this bottle right now is 16. The Verdejo cask finish was 16 years at the time. It's a 50-50 split. The age isn't on the bottle, that's what we've found out. And keep that in mind when we get to the price of this at the end of what you're getting of 16 years minimum. In itself, it does say on here, matured in ice wine and Verdejo casks. We've got 46% non-chill filtered natural colour. It's a very light looking whiskey. It seems more delicate in the bottle than it does in the glass, but I can assure you this has got big, bold, beautiful flavours to it. As you can see, I've not had this long, and I've been dipping towards it because I just can't help myself. I think it's a wee beauty. So I've had this sitting in the glass. Outside at this point in time, there's thunder and lightning, so if you hear some big bangs in the background, that's all that is. It's not me for once. Well, let's get stuck into this again in the glass. Bocan is a lightly peated as well. So when we talk about lightly peated, it's 15 phenol parts per million. So very lightly peated, trace amounts to a degree. And what we look for, we've not got that bold in your face, but that might change since it's been in the glass. But colour wise, let's have a look. It's just that kind of golden barley, that beautiful light, succulent golden barley colour for me. Legs on it as well. If we dip back in, hopefully that'll catch it. Wow. So we look at ice wine, we're looking at aperitif, we're looking at sweet wine. That I get that kind of legs are going to take their time to come down from sweet, sugary water. They would stick there. I think if I left that like that, it wouldn't move. And it's just doing that just now, it's just sticking there. Let's get this on the nose, let's get this in the palate, and let's get this a wee review. On the nose, it is like baked waffles. It's like waffly with a syrup note, a golden syrup or maple syrup, shall we say. And there's this light white grape that comes through like a key lime pie note, but it's just sticking to that baked goods, but also giving that sharpness coming through. And that's probably going to be more the Verdejo casks. But as it's like waffles with toppings, that baked goods. There's a soft earthy note in there as well, as if a green pepper's just popped in. That lime note, that freshness to it. There's a deepness, there's a darkness. It has a very subdued nose as well. From how bold these two flavours can be, the marriage in the glass and on the first initial nosing of it is magical. There's a soft sweetness in there in the backdrop too, like gummied sweets to a degree. Those soft wine gums, your more green and yellow ones, not your big red and fruity ones, but more your tanny ones. But let's get this in the palate, Slange. Oh, I do like it. It shouldn't work, but somehow it does. Every bloody year, Kibble can come out in the Creation series and it works. You look at these two casts and think, what is going on? But that's the whole thing about the Creation series. The team, Scott and the team, can just make this work. The palate there is long, it is chewy, and I know I do say that a lot, but it does have that longevity to it. 46, it drinks low on a 46. It's got a kind of heavy, dense note to it as well. I don't know if that's going to be with the ice wine. The nose is just staying the same. Very baked goods and sharp lime notes. The palate's clean. It's long. It's bouncing around. The flavours in the nose are staying on the palate. There's this very soft smoke that comes through, trace amount of it. It would fool you to a degree that it's there, and I think that's because of the old spirit. But the freshness is staying there. The earthiness is coming through, more of those kind of pepper notes on the backdrop. There is no spice on this whatsoever for me. I think it's very clean, very chewy. The kind of main drop on it as well, that grape note is just slightly staying around, more like a muddled grape now. And again, chewy. This is wonderful. And I think we'll get on to price now. We're saying the youngest component in this is 16 years old. And you can get this, pick this up in your retailers. You can go online, make sure, straight to Tomatin, and then click on the Cabochon and undernote on it. You can pick this up for £45. £45, which is unbelievable for something of that age. The age, I believe, doesn't get put on there to give more creativity to it. If you put that on there, then maybe you have to charge more. Not too sure. But to give the creativity to it in the Creation series is absolutely wonderful for me, and I'll continue to get them. I'm always a big fan. I've got a few behind me. I should have got them all sat out and I could have made them look cool on the shelf, but I was a bit too excited to get this one done. I'm going to go and sit back, probably have another one of these, and let me know if you've had one too. But make sure you're following Cabochon Tomatin and get on their website and get one in the basket and get this one tried. It's a beaut. But as always, thanks for tuning in. Join me next week. Let's talk whiskey. So.